Hello there, dear YouTubers. My name is King1993, and today is another day of me trying to explain another Parisian Grey Raven characters. And today's character is called Changyu Qilin. Okay, so before talking about this character, do understand that this video will be able to help you understand which type of weapon and memory resonance you should be using on which type of character. Not only that, rather you should also be able to understand as a beginner or intermediate player on how to use each of the Parisian Grey Raven character as efficiently as possible. Okay, now before starting about the Changyun Qilin, to understand that when I first gotten this character was actually very poor. Now what do I mean by poor? Well, let me give you a certain example. Let's say the coating. Okay, so when I got this character, the character's back clothing was missing. So I thought, okay, this character must be very poor. So I immediately tried my best to increase this character uh, situation as fast as possible, and now this character's back is now covered, so that is a good thing. Now other than that, the question remains is what are the information regarding this character. Now the information regarding this character is highly inaccurate. For example, either this and this, not a single one of them are actually the correct one. So if this one and this one are not the correct one, then where can you get the correct information from? You can get the correct information from a certain website that goes by the name greyravens.com. Now this greyravens.com is made by Kuro Games company, and the information here is very accurate. Not only that, meta players also gather information from this place to give more meta gameplay walkthrough or whatever you might call it. Okay, now select on this Changyun Qilin, and then you will be coming to this place here. Now before starting, do understand that the name written here Qilin is more like chilling, like, right? Like chilling and chilling almost sound the same. Not only that, this character is an ice type character, so maybe this character likes to chill a lot. Okay, anyway, so in paper it is written that this character is doing 80% of ice damage and 20% of physical damage. Now here's the thing, in paper this is correct, but in actual practice it is not. By the time you activate this character's actual ice damage dealing capabilities, you will have to use a lot of orbs in order to activate the ice damage dealing. Otherwise it is not happening. Trust me, it is not happening. Okay, like this character is mostly 60% of physical damage dealing and only 40% of ice damage dealing in actual practical use. Okay, so this character is considered as an A rank construct, tank class construct. His main weapon is Gauntlet. His signature weapon is called Baji, and his favorite gift is copper coin. Now I do know that the value of gold and silver is actually better than copper, so that is another thing that maybe the game developer should have put there. More favorite is gold or silver. Anyway, so as you scroll downwards, you'll see that there are three builds: main build, high difficulty build, and warzone build. Now this character is not very good at sub DPS. Okay, so which is why this is the main build. Okay, like if this character was good at sub DPS, then why is this the main build? Like majority people use this build instead of this one, so go for this one. Now when it comes to this character's memory resonance, go for 4 pieces of Da Vinci, 3 pieces of Da Vinci at the bottom, and 1 pieces of Da Vinci on the top. Now I know Da Vinci, but I'm gonna say Da Vinci. Okay, and 2 pieces of Einstein on the top. Okay, it doesn't matter if the Einstein is left, middle, or right. 2 pieces of Einstein on the top, and 1 pieces of Da Vinci on the top, and 3 pieces of Da Vinci at the bottom. Now it is written here QTE support for ice stream general usage. Now anyway, when it comes to the memory resonance of the top one is going to be attack plus anything 6x, attack plus anything. Okay, it doesn't matter, 6x, and the lower one will be consist of class skill level 6x. Okay, so that is basically how it goes. Now as you scroll downwards, you'll see that there are no weapon resonance written about this character here. Why? I do not know, but I do have an alternative, so let's talk about that alternative. Okay, so the alternative that I have is Chrome Glory. Now I haven't made a video regarding Chrome Glory yet, but I'll make a video regarding Chrome Glory later. Now as you scroll downwards, you'll see that there are weapon resonance written here. Now there are 3 type of weapon resonance that is given here. Okay, Now, out of these three type of weapon resonance, this number 3 is not gonna be the one for Changyu Qilin. The one that is gonna be useful for our Changyu Qilin is uh, boundary annihilation. Okay. Now let's talk about that. Why? So Bose hyperflow, what it does is whenever Shangyun use uh, orb, or let's say signature attack or normal attack, if it is consists of ice damage, then it will produce a chilly effect which will basically lower the enemy's ice resistance by 8% for 8 seconds, and it can be done repeatedly, so which is why this is the best one. The second best one is going to be the duration of effect inflicted by tank class will increase by 8 seconds. Now, what is the effect of tank class? It basically makes the main character on the battlefield do more damage on the enemy. Okay. Now, this one is not going to be useful because Shangyin is not going to be on the battlefield most of the time. So, what you will be using is boundary annihilation, on which upon using QTE shield the construct in control, like the shield the construct on the battlefield for 10% of the user's max HP. So, okay, maybe from that point of perspective, you can probably guess why Shangyun Qilin should be given this attack plus HP 6x. Okay. The previous statement which I said before, that attack class anything, no, attack plus HP is 6x. Okay, so from that point of perspective, the character on the battlefield will be receiving 10% of user max HP, okay, for 5 seconds. So that is basically how it gonna be going. Now, if you think that, okay, I don't need shielding, and then go for this deadline timing. Otherwise, don't go for this deadline timing first. Like, think whether you actually need this shielding or not. If you don't need any of this shielding, then directly go for this deadline timing. Okay, so that is basically how Shangyun Qilin weapon resonance you should be using. Okay, so overall, that is basically how you should be using this character. But the question remains is, because there is already an available what should I call it, available construct which goes by the name Chrome Glory, who is actually a better sub DPS ice damage dealer than Qilin. If you ever have this Chrome Glory, do not waste a single amount of penny on this character. Okay, now I know this character is a poor character from a poor background, or uh, didn't had parents, this and that, etc. Using any penny or any resources on this character Shangyun Qilin is gonna be a waste of resources. Okay, because the maximum amount of damage this character is gonna be doing is so low that you'd rather wish you'd had spent a lot more resources on Chrome Glory. So that much of a difference Chrome Glory is. Okay, so I highly suggest that you use Chrome Glory if you have Chrome Glory, and you don't use a single penny on this character if you have Chrome Glory. But if you do not have Chrome Glory, then go for this Shangyun Qilin till you get Chrome Glory. Okay, so that is basically how this Shangyun character is. Okay, now what about this character's role? This character's role is a uh, semi sub DPS, like sub DPS, but not even full category, like half. Yeah, like you will be depending mostly on what should I call it? You will be depending mostly on Lucia to do the ice damage, and will be depending mostly on 1-3 to do the ice damage, instead of depending on Shangyun Qilin to do the ice damage. Yeah, like that much bad it is when a support character can perform more damage than the tank class character. It is a good indication that this character is not a beneficial character. So that much problematic this character is. When I use this character, I feel like, when am I gonna get Chrome Glory? That is exactly what I feel like when I use this character. So anyway, if you find this video interesting regarding of how you should be using Shangyun Qilin, and if you think that video is useful, then there are other videos regarding the punishing grade event characters which I have made. You can watch this video to get a proper idea of what you should be getting and you should not be getting. Okay, now do understand that it takes a lot of time and resources to make this video. So if you guys please give a like and subscribe and click the bell notification icons to get more of this type of topic, then I would be really grateful. Okay, so goodbye and see you again next time.